Okay, so I'm going to go through the iOS demo that I've kind of been building and what I kind of see as pitfalls and what I think is our strongest case for showcasing the session persistence and the data caching. So what I have here is a media server. It's not the VPN server. It's not the gatekeeper. There's actually a separate Linux server as well running a couple of services. But this is kind of like a centralized location where we're going to showcase some of the file sharing and the chat options. So I also have the iPad here. I'm going to see if this is not running. We're going to go ahead and log in here. And so I'll do that. I actually do have a default page that comes up, and I've tried to build in some redirection as well as some automatic page refreshing. But unfortunately, a lot of times when the page loads, this goes away and it doesn't automatically redirect. I think it will right now. So you can see that it goes to this Apple page because it knows it's an iPad. And then you get the same demo page that is running here in our centralized environment. So we have some file browsing here. But so let's say we want to push some files down to our users. So we can actually go to our file server over here and say, I need to send this picture to my users. So I'm going to drop this in a certain folder here. And now when my users come back over here and they load the page for the first time, which I'll simulate with a refresh there, we'll get this front page, but more importantly, in our file browser, we'll see that we actually have this new secret update. And this could be PDFs, memos, anything we want for users to see. So that's a great way of, again, from centralized location, pushing down sensitive material over a very secure tunnel. So what else do we have here? We've got a remote session, a terminal session going. We're going to go ahead and log into this. So we have a user called police. P-O-L-I-C-E. So you can see here, P-O-L-I-C-E is the user. We're going to log in. Basically, this is what it is. It is a session, and again, you can push down sensitive materials. You can have apps running here, a certain application. There's a lot of telnet emulator kind of stuff that police do today. This is SSH, but certainly with all their license plate readers and everything, this is pretty relevant. So we also have this chat client here. You'll see that I'm logged in a couple different places, so I'm actually logged into my iPad, but I'm going to come over here to my centralized location, and I'm going to say that I have a PC Atom user, and you have to authenticate that you are a certain user and not a computer. So we log in there, and we see the user pop up there, and also we'll see the user pop up here. So we can say something like, I'm ready to go, right? So we see that here, and then on our other remote sessions, and this can be other users, this can be different cars, this can be the centralized location, just a simple chat client to see that you can have access to those users. And we'll show here in a second that all this data is actually cached for the users. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to check out this remote terminal session again. So this is actually still live, right? There is an on-screen keyboard, but it's easier not to use. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go into airplane mode. So this is kind of simulating the dead zone, right? An airport, that kind of thing. I'm going to come over here. We're going to write a few of the things. Be on the lookout for a guy in a hooded sweatshirt. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we have some data here. This is all cache data. So our guy's he's gone right now, but we're still sending data from another location. So we're going to come back over to this gentleman here. We're going to take him out of airplane mode or out of his dead zone. We're going to browse back to the secure browser here. It'd be great if we could suppress this button. It's not necessary. But we're going to see that our terminal session is in fact still live. And so we can do a number of things here in terms of getting a lot of, again, terminal emulation. The point is that even though we were out of service, this SSH session is still valid. It's incredibly frustrating that this always wants to go to capitalized letters. I don't know why that is. So keep that in mind if you're doing a demo. I have a couple things here. There's some logging, there's some text files, some zip files. It's actually nothing. As you can see, there's nothing in these files. Just goes to show again that you can be pushing this information down to users as they're coming in. If you're going through your rounds again, you can go to the chat client and you can say, oh, we have new updates in my chat client. I need to be on the lookout for a guy in a hooded sweatshirt. So I'll say, okay, I will. Right? This is a remote user. We come back into the centralized location, and okay, we have verification that not only is that user available, but he got my message and he's doing what he's supposed to do. So that's a very quick introduction to the secure browser here and what it's capable of. So again, session persistence, data caching, remote updates, all this sort of thing is very possible within our secure browser. Thanks for watching.